Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back again to another session of Speak Your Mind. We're live and direct again, coming right into your living room tonight. As usual, you know, I like to invite you and your family and everyone out there who are tuning in. And I know a lot of you are tuning in every Saturday. Thank you for letting me know throughout the week that you're listening, and you're listening with an open eye and open ear and an open mind. So I really appreciate that. I'm always happy when we can have, you know, an engaging conversation where we can agree to disagree. And that's all good for democracy, when we can agree to disagree. And sometimes we agree all the way. So thanks again for tuning in. And hopefully it'll be an engaging, you know, interesting Saturday night, another session of Speak Your Mind. So, you know what I like to say, do what you do best. Call your friend, your neighbor, your brother, your sister, your kids, especially the kids tonight, guys, especially the kids. I want to have the kids tuning in tonight because I want to speak to them, especially. But, of course, the phone is always open. The line is always open for anything else of major concern that you might want, you know, the policymakers and the decision makers to know about. So we're not going to limit you. But of course, I would love to have a show tonight, especially dedicated to the school kids, those who are graduating high school, those who are moving into high school. We want to talk about the education system. We want to talk to them about how they feel about moving forward, you know. And I also want to give some big ups to those who did really well. So we're going to get to that in a minute. And also, I would like to also congratulate the folks who is going to be representing the BVI over in China. Big step for the BVI. The Youth Olympic Games is coming up. We're going to get more into that as we come back off a break. But you can see a clip of at least 5 athletes there. We have a total of 7. 2 of them are currently away training and going to meet up in China. And these 5 are going to also represent. They're probably going to leave from the BVI. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people throughout the BVI, you know, give some big up. Congratulate these young people. They're going all the way over to China. You know, everybody talk about China taking over the world. And here we got, you know, 7 BVI landers got to go over and hopefully, you know, leave a mark in China so China know that, hey, you know, we only a dot on the map, but we could still be seen. So we'll get into that a little bit more. But of course, you know, go call your friends. Let your friends know that the Speak Your Mind show is on. And again, get those kids in front of the TV. Those who are home right now, who love watching the show as well, who always want to call and don't really know what to call about. I want to have a show for them tonight. Of course, while I'm here by myself right now, it might change the conversation. The topic might change again because it is open mic. You know, you can call and represent whatever is on your mind. So don't feel like, you know, you have to just limit yourself to what's on my agenda. You know, of course, I put 2 things out there. I want to talk to the kids about school and education, where their heads at. I want to congratulate those who did really well, and especially First Impression. First Impression just did a remarkable thing. Of course, all the schools take turn. You know, they have top graduating student going into high school, but because I'm a little connected to First Impression, of course, I'm going to give them a lot of big ups. So First Impression, big up yourself. All the parents who have kids that go to First Impression, it's a small, you know, little school somewhere tucked away. But every time you turn on or look at the newspaper, online press, you see something about their soccer team or, you know, they're doing big things. They're doing big things. The kids them are really active. You know, the parents are even more active with the kids, and that's the important thing, is when you have kids that are really willing to learn. They love going to school. They love mingling and hang out with their friends. They love learning what the teacher teach them. And then you have good instructors. You have people who are really, you know, focusing on education. I want to big up Miss Atterbury, the principal at the school, and I also want to big up Miss Fred, the owner and operator of the school. You know, they work really hard, and I know Miss Atterbury especially. You know, sometimes she'll call me up and say, or my wife, or they'll send us an email and say, you know, can Nicholas come to school on Saturday? And I'm like, on Saturday? Yeah, well, you know, if it's going to help him, why not? And maybe that's what's needed in a lot of our schools with a lot of our youths. And I'm sure some other schools are already doing that. So if they are, don't call and criticize. Tell me about it and congratulate those students who go that extra mile. You know what I mean? That's what it's about tonight. We want to congratulate our youth. We want to give them a lot of recognition and, you know, and basically support their effort. Those who are really trying, who are trying to do their best, you know, who get out there and pay attention to the schoolwork, do their homework, you know, and do their best, you know. So we want to recognize those youth. So if you got some young ones, you know, when we open up the phone lines, I want to hear from the kids. I want to know some things from them. I want to know how they feel. If they're in high school, we want to know how they feel about high school. If they're graduating, what plans they have for the future. You know, where do they see themselves? You know, whether it's college, whether it's trying to get a little job right now to move forward and maybe support themselves, whether it's, you know, whatever it is, I want to hear about that. Those who are still going to be in school, I want to hear from them as well. You know, what changes they would like to see. You know, the high school is always, there's always some news coming out at high school. You know, something happening, you know, just in the news today, we heard that the principal, Mr. Tobin, probably may not be returning as principal. You know, he served his 2 years. He was on a 2-year contract. So he's not going to be returning according to the newspaper article. All I can say is whoever go and take over the top job at that high school, whether you act in or you get a permanent position, it's a tough job. And a lot of you know it. And I want to hear from the high school kids. Tell us about the school's environment at the high school. Is it a tough thing to get up in there every day, you know, trying to learn? Is it not that tough? You know, you find it easy? You know, what is the secret to your success if you're successful? And if you're having a hard time or a bit of a challenge, let us know that too. We want to know what are the challenges because, hey, school kids, listen, the minister is watching. If he ain't watching himself, the people that work for him is watching, and they are paying attention. This is a good forum for you to, you know, express yourself, let them know, you know, some of your challenges. And no, you know, I got to say that I believe that they're going to listen to the good and the bad with an open mind. I got to say that, you know, I really believe that's the case. So don't feel like if it's bad that somebody's going to hold it against you. They're not going to hold it against you. They want to know those things. And sometimes there's no forum, there's no outlet for a lot of these kids for you to get out there and say what, you know, what you think needs to happen. So feel free when we open up the phone line to blow up and let it be known. All right. So we want to talk to the youth tonight. I want to talk to the youth tonight. I want them to talk to the rest of us who are watching and listening. You know, and again, adults, older people, the phone lines are open for you as well. Don't feel no way. If you have something else you want to contribute, and if some of you parents out there, if you want to just call and give your child a congratulation, your son, your daughter, you know what I mean, give them some love so the rest of the world can hear. Trust me, that's going to go a long way. You know what I mean? These kids sometimes, I asked my son just the other day, he asked me, as a matter of fact, on the way home, if I'm going to come to the graduation. He's not even graduating. He's just going to the next level. And he asked me if I'm going to come. I said, yeah, I'm going to try. He said, well, you better. You know, you better come. This is what he's telling me. I better come. So, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. I got home and I asked him. I said, you know, Does it really mean that much? 11 years old, are you really thinking about it? Does it really mean that much? When mommy and daddy shows up, and especially daddy who's always busy, he says yes. He said it really does. And I asked him, I said, two of your little pairs, when you talk and you and your friends talking and y'all communicating, is this something y'all talk about? And he said yes. He said to me, sometimes even some of the kids, they cry. He said they cry when their daddy don't show up, or when their mommy don't show up, or nobody shows up to be there. And they are paying attention. So, it's important. It's important, parents, that, you show some love, man. Show some love for your kids. Call them up. And if you're not a parent, but you know some kid, you're involved with some of the kids in some of the school, and you just want to call their name, congratulate them. They did well. You're proud of them. Show them that you care. Show them that you're thinking about them. So I want to talk a little bit about the school tonight, the school system. We want to talk to the kids. And, of course, we want to give, again, when we come back off the break, we want to give the a little bit more recognition to the youths, them who are going to be going over to Nanjing. It's like Nanjing, Nanjing, China. There's 7 athletes. There's 3 categories. There's sailing, swimming, and I believe athletics. So they're going to be over there representing the BVI. This whole thing starts in August, from like August 14th or 12th or something like that, all the way down to like the 26th. So it's important, ladies and gentlemen, that you even call. Just call and congratulate them youths, man. We got to start showing some more BVI pride, sorry. And I think it's so important. I tell you, just the other day when we had a little track and field meet, I was fortunate to help pick up some of the athletes them. And some of them came in, showing their country flag and thing and everything like that. But I got to give it to Jamaica. I pick up a youth man from Jamaica. This brother just really impressed me. And I love the whole pride thing. I love the whole, how he's a patriot. I mean, he really, the kid came in, he had a big old suitcase, large. He had another suitcase, and all his bag had this huge Jamaica flag on it. You didn't have to ask where he was from or what country he was representing. Them simple things right there means a lot. You know what I mean? So we have to start showing more pride in our youths them. When they do good, let's congratulate them. Let's pat them on the back. You know what I'm saying? When they're doing bad, let's try to pull them up. And I tell you what, when we can give them recognition when they're doing good, when you have to pull them up, they don't give you the nasty attitude as much. I didn't say they don't give you any at all. I know they're going to give you some. I can give you some stories on that as well. So we're going to take a quick break. When we take that break, I'm going to open up the lines early. I got a lot of things on my plate, but those 2 things I want to hit. When I come back, we'll read some of the texts. I already seen some texts. So thanks, big up for that. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Say hello to the Digicel DL700, our newest best value Android smartphone with a 4-inch display, front-facing camera, and a 5-megapixel rear camera. It's perfect for snapping and sharing. Plus, it's super fast, so you can do more, play more, and share more. And choose to download from over 1 million apps available in the Google Play Store. The Digicel DL700, the latest addition to the Digicel Android smartphone range. Make the smart choice. Be extraordinary. Digicel.
All right, so welcome back. Like I said, the phone lines will be on screen pretty soon. So if you just want to call and big up your kids, if you want to call and big up yourself, big up your school, big up your teacher, big up the school year, whatever it is that you want to get off your chest, call and let us know tonight. We're going to get more into that again. You know, I got a few texts that just came through. Of course, you guys want to hit it off the bat. Everybody want controversies. But listen, tonight let's try to focus on the good things, man. We got some good things with our youth, you know. Summertime is here. We got these kids coming out of school. You know, we got to figure out what we're going to do with them to keep them, you know, active, positively active, so they don't get in any trouble. A lot of them are looking forward to going to high school, coming out of, you know, elementary school. Some of them are graduating from high school, trying to figure out what to do. Some of them did really, really well. And we want to recognize these kids. We want to give them a lot of recognition. So, parents, I know you're out there. I know some of you have a lot of good things to say about your kids, your children, you know, other kids that you probably mentor to. You know, call them and give them a big up. Call their name, blow them up on the radio, on the TV tonight. So everybody listening, watching, would recognize them whenever they see them, you know what I mean? And I tell you what, it also helps when they do so well and people recognize them and then they see them out doing something bad, they can pull them up and they don't feel too bad about it. They don't feel embarrassed. And that's one way that we can get, you know, the community involved with raising our kids. The village, like they said, it take a village to raise a child. You know, we kind of strain away from that. And every time somebody now tries to talk or, you know, pull up somebody else's child, it becomes a problem because we don't get to know each other enough. We don't share the love. We don't share any kind of respect with each other. So, you know, we have a hard time, you know, helping each other out. But we shouldn't have to feel that way. So we'll get to the controversial texts later on. You know, I mean, I see them. I know it's been hot in the paper this week, the online media last week as well. You know, I saw some things on there that I would love to talk about. But I think that personally, the government, the system should do their job, and they should be the one who are out there leading the charge and showing that what good governance is all about. You know, I tell you something, it's very difficult for us to, as a nation, you know, I just saw a newspaper article that the Premier just signed another tax information exchange agreement with Japan, and I think that's great. I big up the Premier on that. You know, when I say big up, I mean seriously, congratulate him on that, because every one of these agreements means a lot. It means a lot to the integrity of the country, because it's saying that, you know, you're willing, you're open, there's transparency in what we do here in the BVI, and all of you should recognize that without financial services, we're dead in this country. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care how big tourism get. It has to get a lot bigger in order to substitute what we get from the financial services on a government level now. That's what I'm talking about. But no matter how big it get, if we don't, you know, do these things, we could be put on some serious negative blacklists. And to have us, you know, represent in such a manner is great. The only problem I would say, and the only advice I would offer to the people who are responsible for signing these tax agreements is that it is great to sign those. It's wonderful for us to go and tell the world that we're open, we're transparent, we're willing to communicate, we're willing to work on anything of mutual interest. But when we have looming controversies locally that also could tie into whether or not we're a system that's open and transparent, you know what I'm talking about with all these controversies in the paper, Mr. Premier, you got to really think about it. You know, the people that you're signing these agreements with, are they signing them just because it's formality, or are they signing because they truly believe in why you're signing it? And when they put you to the test, they want to know that, you know, you're there, you're on the ball. But, you know, when you sign these agreements, and then we have public officials and high-ranking senior officers in our government that's assuming and accused or being accused of, you know, not being in the sunshine. These international bodies are also watching that. They're watching how you deal with that situation, being the leader of the country. And many of these people fall under your portfolio. Looking at, you know, all of these controversies, they're saying to themselves, yeah, you know, is the BVI truly a country that's open for transparent government or business? Is it really that way? Or are they just signing these things because we want to be on the good side of everybody else? But then underneath the surface, back home, you know, here's another article, you know, of people being accused of corruption and all this other stuff. That says a lot about the country. It says a lot. So how you deal with that, it's just like Obama recently when you think about it. You look at Obama with his situation in the Veterans Affairs situation. You know, it wasn't all his fault. No, it wasn't. I mean, a lot of the problems been there for a long time. He found it there. But you know what? He's in charge. He's in charge and he's responsible. He put people in key positions to do certain things. And when people call for, you know, the removal of some of these people, I mean, he had to bend. He had to buckle to the pressure. Otherwise, it's just a distraction. So we're similar. We're in the same situation. You know, we travel all over the world. We got 26 agreements in place with governments from all over. But then back home, we're having a cloud, as one politician say, over that project. We got cloud over this situation, and that cloud needs to be cleared up. You know, so how you handle things back home also tells the people abroad who you really are as a country, as a people, and as a government. So that's my only piece of advice, is that pay attention to what's happening here and make sure the right thing is done. So I don't really want to get into that whole cruise ship thing. I know a lot of you, I see 2 texts there. I'm probably going to avoid them unless you call me up. You wanna put yourself on record and ask those questions so everybody else can hear those questions, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I'm not going to touch them. You know what I mean? The governor is responsible for law and order. He's in charge of the police. You know, so and whether the governor leaves tomorrow or next week or next month, it's an institution we're dealing with, in the governor's office have, you know, a responsibility to make sure that, you know, good governance is adhered to anyhow. I mean, you know, so and everybody falls under the governor, no matter how you look at it. Constitutional, the governor's in charge, regardless of how we look at it. We have managers, we call them representatives. They're managers, in my view, who are selected by the people to help manage different portfolios. But if those managers are not doing their job, the governor is the boss. So, you know, he has to do his job. Let him do his job. Whoever he is, whether it's the one now or the one coming in, you know, there's all kinds of things there for the governor to look at. So nobody can say, well, this one is leaving and we don't know what's going to happen. You know, you look at the case with the guys up at the prison right now. That's an open case. You know what I mean? An extradition case. So this one started it, and the next one has to finish it, because it's still his responsibility. It's still a responsibility of the institution. So, you know, hey, listen, let the governor do his job. And all of us should demand that the governor does his job, and the deputy governor as well. You know, they're not exempt from this situation. They're both responsible for making sure that, you know, whatever the controversy, they look into it. And if the people in the legislative branch call for an investigation, they should get one. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna get into that. You know what I mean? Let them do their job. So I wanna big up the kids up tonight, man. I wanna big them up. So kids, if you're watching, if you're in high school, you just graduated, or you're still in high school, you wanna give yourself a little pat on the back. You did well in your grades. You know what I mean? You know, call and blow up the show. Blow up yourself. Big up yourself. Give yourself a lot of credit for the hard work that you have put in to make sure that, you know what I mean, that you got to where you are. You know, you can't be done without you. No matter what the parents do, it still comes down to you. How much effort you put in is going to show in the end. The result is there. So if you want to give yourself some credit, go ahead and do that. I also want to come back to that in a minute. I also want to just give some credit to, again, ladies and gentlemen, we need to recognize these youths, the young people who are going to China. We got a team of people going to China to represent the BVI, represent the interests of the country. You know what I mean? They're going to show us off in a good light. And you know, we should, if the Olympic Committee, anybody who's there, who represent the Olympic Committee, who's watching this show right now, call and big up these youths. You have a website that you want us to know about, if it's separate or the same as the Olympic Committee website. You have some profile of the youths them on there. You want us to hit them up on your Facebook page. Call us and let us know. Give us that information. Promotion, promotion, promotion. You know, don't let this die. You got 7 youths going abroad, and then they get over there and we don't know anything. We need constant information. We need constant promotion. There should be a lot of Facebook blasting right now. You got the youths, whoever's in charge of the Olympic Committee needs to get that information out there so the people of the territory could show more pride. And ladies and gentlemen, we need to show more pride in our country. We want to make sure that these youths, they travel out of here with big flags on their back. They should be, whoever the delegation of people are, they should be carrying pamphlets and information from the tourism board, you know, so they can hand out. They get into a venue, they just leave them all over the place so people can pick them up and read all about the BVI. They can find a little dot on the map, because that's what we are, right? The little dot. You know, there was a story years ago about business being done in the BVI by Chinese investors, and people in China wanted to know, well, where was this country? They couldn't find it anywhere on the map until somebody figured it out, that it was somewhere in the Caribbean. And when they touched the map, it was like a little dot, and they say, you know, BVI or UKVI or something like that on the map. So we want to express ourselves. We want to show off, you know, to the world that we're behind the athletes, and we need to do that. So you need to like start tonight. Start tonight. Again, you can talk about anything, but it'd be nice if we can give up a little bit of time, a 20 seconds, 30 seconds call to promote, you know, our youths, congratulate the youths, the 7 who are selected to go and represent the BVI. And if you don't know much about it, what's happening, again, if you're involved with the Olympic Committee, call and give some information for people so people can have that information, because this is part of the problem. Communication is key. Call and let us know. Give us the website. Give us a Facebook page. You know, tell us what you want us to do, how you're willing to promote, how you want us to help promote the event, promote the idea, promote the youths them. It's in August, so we still got a lot of time. I know that, but don't wait till the last minute. Build a momentum, no. Build that attitude, no. We need it, no. No, you know, we wait till the last minute on everything. We select the people. Now we need to just start blasting. I know it's early. I know it was only today, but I'm excited too. I'm excited for the youths them, because it's important that we show a lot of support, you know, behind our youths. I was just telling you guys earlier, just last week or the week before, 2 weeks ago, I picked up a young man from Jamaica, and this dude, he was telling me that he was part of a team of Jamaicans that broke a world record. I think it was in the Bahamas. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember everything he was telling me, because he was telling me a lot of stuff. But he was like on a relay team, and I think he was the 3rd leg. And so for them to break a world record, and he's now training professionally and doing this thing and traveling and making money that way. And to see this youth, man, when he came out of custom up at Beef Island, to see this youth, he was so proud. I mean, young dude, 21, 22 years old. You know what I mean? He had 3 bags, big old bags, and his flag all over the bag. I mean, he had a huge flag on the face of the bag, and then on the back of the bag, he had some other little flag. Promoting himself, promoting his country. And that's what we need to see. We need to see a lot of that. So, call, big up your youths them, big up the Olympic, the youths them who are going to represent the Olympic, big up the kids them who are in school. I want to have something tonight about, you know, a positive spin. It doesn't always have to be, you know, something controversial. I mean, I'm sure we'll get into some of that tonight. But call and big up them youths, man. Give them some recognition, you know. So I want to big up my school again. First Impression. You know, they did a hell of a job. They got the 2 top students, I believe, who are going into high school, graduating. You want to speak your mind? Go ahead, please. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, I want to big up
Brigada Flax?
Yeah.
Big up. What do you like about Brigada Flax?
Huh?
What do you like about Brigada Flax?
Because 100% pass.
100% pass.
Yeah.
Were you one of them?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You want to give your name or you're too shy?
Kitroy and Kalani.
All right, all right. That's what we're talking about. Congratulations, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Keep it up, and keep spreading that love.
Alright, I want to big up everyone in my class too.
All right, what class are you in?
Grade 6.
Grade 6. That's what you said, grade 6?
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations again, man. And to everybody in your class.
Okay.
Call your friends before you go. Call when you hang up from me. Call your friends. And tell all your friends to call the show tonight and big themselves up.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright, thanks.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Put your children on the phone and let them call and big themselves up. Give them a lot of support. I want to talk about that tonight. I want to talk about the schools, the kids, them doing good, man. And that was a youth, man. That was a boy. You know, I read somewhere, I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, correct me. I know somebody going to correct me. That the boys them throughout the territory, top some of the grades, top some of the graduations. Hey, listen, that's big. That is big. Youth man, that is big. When you could do that, that is big. So pat yourself on the back. You know what I mean? You don't always have to pat yourself on the back when you can make, you know, a lot of baskets in a basketball game. When you're doing good in school, pat yourself on the back. That's awesome. So Brigada Flax, we got you on the chart. So call your friends, let them know. The rest of your schools, call in your school. Big up your school, big up yourself, big up your teachers. And give the teachers them some recognition as well. We got some hard-working teachers out there, man, that are trying. They're trying their best. Give your teachers some props. Give the school some props. You know what I mean? Congratulate yourself and your friends. Because without that, you ain't going nowhere. That's the first start. Let's do that tonight. All right? That's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about the school. I want to talk about the kids. You know, I want to talk about where we're moving as a country. I think we're a great country. We got a good system. We have, you know, a young minister who I think is doing a good job out there and really trying to push education. We had one before, so we'll just continue to work. You want to speak your mind? Good evening, please. Hi, good evening.
Hello?
Hi, good evening. Talk to me.
I would like to recommend Michael Chen and Leon Parkins.
Really? Michael Chen from First Impression?
Yes.
All right. Me too. Congratulations to him. I think he did a wonderful job. Are you go to First Impression?
Yes.
All right. You want to give your name or you're too shy?
My name is Jamal Prentice.
Jamal, when I see you, you never this quiet. You are never this quiet. Congratulations to yourself, okay?
Okay.
And you guys do a hell of a job in the soccer. Keep it up. All right?
Okay.
All right, Jamal. Call the rest of your friends. Call them and tell them to call the show tonight. The phone number is online.
Okay.
All right, Jamal. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. This show tonight should be about the kids. We don't want to hear no heap of talk about the country ain't make no money, who ain't get no work. Let's talk about the kids tonight, man. That's what I really want to focus on tonight. I want to give them some props. Parents, put your kids on the phone, pat them on the back, give them some big ups. Good evening, you want to speak your mind?
Hi, good evening.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm trying.
Okay, keep trying.
Thank you. What's on your mind?
Okay, I want to shout out the kids from Robinson O'Neill.
Robinson O'Neill.
Memorial School.
All right. Where's Robinson O'Neill again?
Virgin Gorda, North Sound.
North Sound, Virgin Gorda, the map again. Absolutely. How the kids did over there this year?
They did good.
They did excellent, right?
Yeah, excellent.
Are you a teacher over there, parent?
No, I'm a parent, but my daughter didn't do exams this week.
Okay. But you're involved with the kids and you're involved with the school and everything.
Yes, yes.
That's awesome. That's what we need. We need more of that. So
Yep.
you got anybody over there, any child that you want to give a special big up to?
Caleb, Dion,
Awesome.
and all the rest of them. I can't remember the names right now.
Well, you can hang up. You can hang up. Call them, and get all the names, and then call me back.
All right, then I will do that.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that. Keep picking up them kids, eh?
Yes, okay, the night.
All right. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. We got kids, we got parents, we got Virgin Gorda, and again, I want to hear from you too. Virgin Gorda, I want to hear from you. There's a young lady from Virgin Gorda. I hope she's not Virgin Gorda, Just Van Dyke. I hope she's watching. I think she graduated high school this year, and she was on the taxi stand the other day, guys. And let me tell you something. This young lady said she wants to own her own mechanic shop. She is into cars, and she's a pretty young lady. And I'm watching this young lady saying to myself, she wants to get her hands dirty. I love that. She every time she comes, she tell the bus driver, you ain't gonna let me bring the bus over. I mean, you know, you're looking at this young lady, and I think that's something that we really need to like big up when we see our young people, them trying to get so involved, actively involved. And you know, the minister said the other day up at the college, and I said it last week and I'll say it again. I thought it was great when he said to the people, the folks graduating from college, don't just be a job seeker, be a job creator. Here we have a high school person saying she wants to be a job creator. You gotta congratulate them. You want to speak your mind? Go ahead, please. Good evening. Don't be shy. Go ahead. All right. I think I missed that call. Just call me right back, guys. Call me right back. But what we're going to do before we come back, hold the calls. I think I got another call coming in. But we'll take that one. We'll take that last call, and then we'll take a break after that. But what we want to do is, again, continue to big up the school. Big up the school. Big up the teachers. If you got kids, if you got a teacher out there that you really appreciate, that really helped you out a lot, got you over the hump, give that teacher some recognition tonight too, okay? You want to speak your mind? Go ahead, please.
Good night.
All right, good evening.
I must say congrats to my school, Anson Memorial Primary School, for their 100% passing for primary exam.
Absolutely.
It's coming from Rudell O'Neill.
It's coming from who?
Rudell O'Neill.
Rudell O'Neill, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself, all right?
And especially to teacher Miss Hubbard.
Miss Hubbard, awesome. You got to recognize your teacher. Miss Hubbard is a good teacher, huh?
Yes.
All right, that's good. Let's keep sharing the love. Call the rest of your friends and tell them to call and give the same love and respect to that teacher, okay?
She's a grade 6 teacher.
All right, awesome. So you guys did well over there.
Yes, we have 100% pass.
I love that. I love that. So you know what you got to do now. Take it to the next level. Don't stop trying to achieve. Always try to achieve the best, okay?
Yes.
All right, appreciate the call.
Okay, good night.
All right, good night to you. Awesome. Guys, listen, I know it's going to be hot. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to flood the phone lines with calls. We want to talk tonight. I want to talk about schools tonight. I want to talk about the kids, the teachers. We want to congratulate everybody who went through the whole year and did their best. You know, the best is all you could do. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Say hello to the Digicel DL700, our newest best value Android smartphone with a 4-inch display, front-facing camera, and a 5-megapixel rear camera. It's perfect for snapping and sharing. Plus, it's super fast, so you can do more, play more, and share more. And choose to download from over 1 million apps available in the Google Play Store. The Digicel DL700, the latest addition to the Digicel Android smartphone range. Make the smart choice. Be extraordinary. Digicel.
right, guys, welcome back. So we're on a roll. Don't stop. Kids, do not stop. Call and big up your school, big up your friends, big up yourself. You know, congratulate yourself for doing a wonderful job this past school year. And while we're doing that, we also want to introduce a little bit of information, to share some information with you guys, parents and other kids as well, on the Olympic team, the Youth Olympic team that's going forward. So take a minute or two and check out the clip. We got some, JTV, of course, was always on the scene, getting the news firsthand. So you'll be able to see what was said, what was done. You'll see the names of the people who are introduced, the 5 that are here locally. And again, there's 2 abroad who are still training and doing that thing. So engineer, roll that tip for me, please. Roll that tip.
Indeed, as Chef de Mission, it is my privilege and my pleasure to be able to announce the qualifiers for the upcoming Nanjing Youth Olympic Games. China is very ready to receive this team, and certainly we're very proud of the athletes that have qualified and that will be representing the British Virgin Islands. As I already mentioned, we have 3 sports that will be represented: swimming, sailing, and athletics. We have 5 of our qualifying athletes present with us today. Unfortunately, we do not have our sailor or our swimmer, but I will certainly announce all of them to everyone so that everyone can be aware of who will be going and doing the British Virgin Islands very proud. So without further ado, for sailing, we have Sam Morrell, who will be the athlete that will be representing the British Virgin Islands in sailing. Sam has already left the territory to continue his training, and so we will meet up in China. I had the pleasure of being on Sports Desk with him on the 12th last week, giving some promo for the Youth Olympic Games coming up. Our swimmer is Amara Phillips. Amara currently resides in the UK, trains and competes in the UK, and thus she couldn't be here because she's still also preparing for the upcoming games. And I'm looking forward for when the entire team can be together and we can do our bonding and really become one knit as we represent the BVI in Nanjing. We do have the honor, however, today to have all 5 athletic qualifiers. In fact, the information on athletics just arrived on Wednesday, and we were hoping it would so that we would be able to present them to you today. And so I will go ahead and announce them. Beginning with the males, we have Kyron McMaster. Kyron, can you please come forward? We also have Akeem Bradshaw. And we have 3 females. We have Nelda Huggins. We have Dea Erickson. And we have Kayla Penn. The officials that will join us include Chris Waters for sailing. We also have Tracy Bradshaw for swimming and Ralston Henry for athletics.
All right, so we're back. So there you have it, guys. Courtney, tonight
yeah,
we wanna big up the youth.
Yeah, good night to our viewers out there.
So guys, keep the calls coming in. Again, tonight, let's just focus on the youths. Parents, if you're out there watching, listening, get your kids them on the phone. You know, some of them, you know, we know they're not shy. Let them call and give themselves some credit.
Yeah.
You want to speak your mind? Go ahead, please. Hi, good evening.
Hello?
Hi, good evening. Talk to us.
Yes, good evening. How you doing?
We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, I am calling from Anigata.
Anigata.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to congratulate all the kids that passed
Yes.
in Anigata.
Yes.
Okay.
And those that did not manage, I'm sorry for those, but I hope you try harder next time.
Yes.
But I'm calling that day for one young lady. She did very well over the 3 years she's been there, and she has become Val twice. She has Val in the primary, and also now she has Val in the secondary.
Nice.
So I'm very proud of her.
Very nice.
Her name is Sabrina Smith.
Sabrina Smith. Big up to Sabrina.
Oh, we have to big up the whole Smith family on Anigata for that.
Hey, what's your name, sir?
Rhonda Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. That's from the Creaky School, right? Oh, you didn't hear me. Okay.
Brother Smith, yeah. Call us back. Annie Gathers on the Matt Courtney.
Yeah, we got a call from Anigada. I heard you already speaking to people on Virgin Gorda,
Yes.
both in the North Zone and in the Valley. So
Yes.
now we're just waiting on
So
Josh Van Dyke now then.
we're waiting on Justin Dyke. Justin Dyke, I know you're watching. I know you are watching. So call us, give yourself some prop. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, big up your school. And you know what? Something to recognize them high school kids from Justin Dyke. They gotta travel every day on a ferry
Right, and then a bus.
and then a bus.
Yeah.
I mean, if you live in Justin Dyke and you're doing okay, you know you gotta really recognize that.
Yeah. Good evening, you're speaking mind. Go right ahead, please.
I would like to big up grade 6 stars of the Robinson O'Neill Memorial Primary School.
Okay.
Deron, Kenneth, Kayla, Dinika, Takia.
That's just a few. It sounds like you're naming all your classmates.
Keep
That's
going.
very good.
Keep going.
Mala,
Yeah.
Angel, Dia, Mike, Jaquan,
Okay.
Keep going.
and their beloved teacher, Miss Howard.
Miss Hobart.
Miss Howard. Okay.
Awesome. What's your name?
My name is Denise Leonard.
Miss Leonard, how are you?
Miss
You doing
Leonard.
okay?
Yes.
All right. You have a big voice. Keep it up. All right? I want you to be the community leader. So I want you to keep focused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a beautiful night.
You too.
All right. Virgin God on the map again,
Yes,
Courtney.
yeah, but the young people are speaking. They're speaking their mind and they're speaking it clearly.
And that's what I want to hear them.
Yes,
That's why I'm here tonight, man.
Yeah.
We want to hear from the youths.
We
Them.
we dialing with the young. We
Yeah.
dialoguing with the young people.
Keep calling us, guys. The phone line is on the screen.
Yeah,
Engineer, get that phone line back up there, please, so the folks who know what number to call. We got our youths. Them tonight is about the youths, ladies and gentlemen, and parents. Again and again, I want you to get your kids on the phone, and I also want you to get on the phone and congratulate your child. When you recognize, you know, the hard work that your child putting into this thing, it's gonna go a long way with them.
Good
you know?
evening. You're free speaking mind. Go right ahead, please. Yeah, turn your television down, please.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, you need to turn your television down.
Hello?
Hello.
Turn the TV down just a little bit.
Hello? I'd like to bring up my brother.
Okay.
What's your brother's name?
Bloodson Richard.
Sure. What school?
From Seventh-day Adventist.
Seventh-day
Oh, there you go.
Adventist in
Seventh-day
Totola.
Adventist. Yeah.
Awesome. What's
Okay.
your name?
Hello,
All right. You did well this year too, right?
yes.
That's nice. Keep it up, okay?
And I also like to bring up my cousin,
Okay. Well, give us a few more names. Who else you want to big up?
Marlon Burke.
Marlon Burks. Who else? I know you have two more. Give me two more. That's okay.
All right.
Well, congratulations to you and your brother, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Call
you.
the rest of your classmates and tell them to call the show and big themselves up.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
All right, have a good night. So we got Seventh Adventists, first impression. You know, we getting Robinson O'Neill, we getting Anigata. Justin Knight, I know you're there, you're not sleeping. I know you guys sleep early over there, but some of the youths don't sleep that early. And of course, you know, I was saying, you know, a lot of them youths, man, they get on a boat, they gotta get up extra early, get on a boat, get on a bus to get to high school. And it's an extra long day for them, and they're doing good. And you know, there's a young lady that ride on one of the bus. I don't want to call out too much, but I'm just proud of that young lady, man. I listened to her talk about she wanna own her own mechanic shop.
Okay.
She wanna get into powerful cars, and the girl already know her stuff.
Okay.
And and she got an award. I heard she got 2 awards
Okay.
for auto.
Okay,
You
good.
know, so here we have young ladies who are really stepping outside of the box, so to speak.
So that's a young lady who knows the difference between a carburetor and a generator.
I believe so. I mean, this young
Okay.
lady sitting there bragging about what she knows, and I tell you, if she doesn't know, I guarantee she's gonna be one of those kind of young ladies that gonna wanna know. She's gonna go and open up the hood and look and figure things out. You know what I mean? We got a lot of beautiful young ladies who don't know anything when it comes to automotive. You know what I mean? If they get a flat, they be like, "Yo, I got a flat. Can you come and help me change this?" This one, she's gonna be like, pull over, open up the trunk.
Yeah. Yeah, good evening. You've reached Speak Your Mind. Go right ahead, please.
Good night.
Good
All right,
night.
good night.
I want to say big up to the Willard Whitley Primary School for
Willard-
100% passes.
Willard Whitley. Definitely.
That is them.
Yes.
That's my school.
Yes.
Okay, and I want to say a big up to Sister Michelle, which one of the primary science teachers. She did a wonderful job for the past year. She's doing a very good job.
What's her name?
Teacher Michelle Mary.
That's right.
Michelle Mary.
Tell teacher Michelle I'm mad at her. She don't call me no more to do the field trips. I am the best history tour taxi driver. I'm not blowing my own horn, but she knows better.
Okay.
And if the and tell her I said if the price is too high, I will work with her.
Okay.
Well, congratulations to all the students.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Big up to Willard Whitley, man. That's my old school.
All right.
Awesome, Courtney. Keep calling, guys.
Getting
Call
them.
about your school. Give your school some props, man. Give the teachers them some props. Recognize the teachers them. I know teacher Michelle, she's tough. But you have to be tough because Willard Whitley Cherenham is tough too. But, you know, you guys did a wonderful job. Keep it up. Keep going. That's what we need. Become those entrepreneurs that you're aspiring to become. You know what I mean? And you can start early. You don't have to be 25 years old to start thinking out of the box. A lot of the inventors and creators of, you know, innovation, they're in their teens. You know, they're young people who grow into something. So keep it up, man. I think it's awesome, Courtney. Willard Whitley, Brigada Flax. We got, you know, the kids that are watching.
7 day,
Seven day.
first impression.
That's right.
We're hitting a
That-
number of schools here tonight, and that's good.
That's right.
And it's a little bit of irony. I'm going to come back to that, though.
Yes.
Good evening. You've reached Speak Your Mind. Go right ahead, please.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm on.
You're
Yes,
on. You're
you are.
live. You're very much on.
I'd like to bring up my granddaughter, Aliyah Hardy, in the Valley Virgin Gorda.
Okay.
Congratulations from her grandmother, Rita in our song,
Okay.
Kitana Horton,
Yes.
and Tiana, and Kadia George
Okay.
from Rita.
That's nice.
All right.
I want to big you up.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I want to big you up? Because you're recognizing them, and I know they love you to death.
Yep.
So keep it up. And share that love with others too, even people who are not your grandkids.
Yes.
Keep it up. Congratulations to yours.
Thank you.
All right. Keep watching.
Bye.
That's awesome, Courtney.
Yeah,
so,
that's more
Virgin
awesome.
Garden, one thing, you know, I can say about this show.
I was saying. Oh,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I
You
was
go ahead.
saying the irony of us talking about sports,
Yeah.
the Olympics, and talking about the school system is so much in tune with what's really happening, because
Yes.
someone reminded me one time that you know, Michael Jordan was one of the biggest ball players,
Yeah.
and he made a lot of money.
Yeah.
But teachers don't make that kind of money, but
Yeah.
they do the same kind of job like
That's-
Michael Jordan.
Oh, even
They-
more.
yeah, or even more, because they're out there for the young people,
Mm-hmm.
and they you know, they interact with them, and they help them to do positive things.
That's right. Courtney.
So we have a lot of Michael Jordans out there, and
Well-
I think we need to recognize them
And-
in the
and
school
that's why-
system, but they don't make Michael Jordan's salary.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? It's a job of love.
That's right. That's right. I also want to give. There's a club in Virgin Gorda that
Okay.
went to Miami, I think last week, and left a mark on Miami.
Okay.
The dot on the map in Virgin Gorda. You know, it's so strange. When you're in the BVI, it's a bunch of little dots.
Yes.
Tortola is a bigger dot than Virgin Gorda. So imagine trying to find Virgin Gorda on the map. And that club went to Miami and left a mark. They came back with some medals. So big up to that club. Give yourself a big hug, man. And that's what we're talking about. And guys, when you get ready to do these things, you know, call people and blow them up. Create a list, a database, and blow them up and let them know you're going. And we gotta tap into this technology. So while you're out there doing your thing, we could be live streaming, checking you out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome, man.
Sam, that's important, you know, for people to use a Twitter account, you know,
That's
your
right.
Facebook account, all
That's
these
right.
things, all the social media.
That's right.
Because you can put information out there, and you can also have people follow you.
That's
and,
right.
and know if you have a problem or know if you need help.
That's right. You know, speaking of that, just a little bit off the subject,
Yeah.
that happened just recently in the States. There was a veteran who broke down on his way back to a base, and he quickly Facebook some people and say, hey, veteran broke down, need some help. We'll come back to that in a minute.
Yeah, good evening. You please speak your mind. Go right ahead, please.
Good evening, Sam.
Good evening.
Hey,
Yes, a whole for skills. That's the name of the that we're talking about.
raw skills.
Yeah.
Well, they've got some skills.
True, yeah.
Are you involved with them?
Not directly,
Uh-huh.
but I have friends and their kids are involved.
Well, we-
on this course.
We want a little bit of information as to the event they ran and what kind of medals they won, so we could, you know, recognize that.
Oh, but shout out Red, ask him to give me a call.
Shout out who?
Red.
Say his name one more time.
Red.
Okay, you just shouted for me. Thank you so much. The Reds, the lady said, call us and let us know what's going on.
Yes, I like that.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
thanks.
Keep watching.
Yeah, I do that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, one thing, you know, Courtney, I gotta tell you,
Yeah,
Tortola better watch out.
yeah.
And the Gala better watch out. And Justin Dyke better watch out. You know why I say that? In the next 10 years, the government gonna have to move the responsibility of managing this country, this territory, from Vojingada. Because Vojingada people are so active, proactively involved. You understand what I'm saying? I don't, yes, we got people in Tortola doing their things. I'm not condemning nobody. I'm just simply saying, just using this show as an example. Every time we look for conscious people who are willing to get out and represent any cause, Virgin Garda always lead the charge. Always. Congratulations, Virgin Garda. Keep it up. So, raw skills, big up to yourself. You know? So, big up to the athletes again. Going over to Nanjing. Courtney, you said you've been there before?
Yes, I've been there before.
So, for the rest of us who didn't have the privilege, tell us what these young people going to be up against when they get over there. What is it like? What is the atmosphere and environment?
Well, it's a busy city. I looked at it recently on just looking online, but it's much more developed than when I was there. It's a big city, a lot of smog. That's not good.
A lot of people.
A lot of people, but it's a, you know, and that's where some of the staging of some of the events for the Olympics were held.
Okay.
So they have Bud Ice Stadium and a lot of new developments there. So
So it'd be a
I'm pretty
good-
sure they
it-
have a good time.
It'd be a good experience for the youth.
It
them, though.
will be a good experience.
That's the
yeah.
most important
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
is that they take away from that the travel, the experience, the exposure to another world, man. Because China itself is a whole world by itself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no two ways about that. So,
And-
guys,
and all athletes could perform anywhere on the world stage.
Yeah.
So you know, so I'm happy for them, and I'm waiting for the results because I know we're gonna have good results.
yeah, definitely. So, phone lines are up, the number is up. Call us, teachers, parents. Big up yourself, big up your kids. You know, recognize the youth them for doing good things. You know, we talk a lot about, we see a lot of things happening with our youths, the troubled ones. You know, they're getting in all kind of situation. But then we don't put enough effort and emphasis and pride into the ones who are doing good, because we don't shout. I was listening. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening. You speak your mind. Go right ahead, please.
And big up Makaya Bob. I pray that she has all her kids in primary 5. She's with the school in Virgin Garden, coming from her aunt's Anthony Bob.
All right.
Okay. Very good. That's pretty good.
Also, my niece finished the school. I pray that she's graduating next week. Big up from Anthony.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
And big up yourself.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks a lot for the call.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember when you call us, just turn on your television because you get some feedback from time to time.
Yeah, some of the folks want to hear
They
themselves.
want to hear themselves, but
Yeah.
you could hear yourself through the
Well,
microphone
you know,
that's
they
in the
can
air.
always, if they calling from a landline,
Yeah.
they can always use a fancy smartphone, put it somewhere in the room by the TV, put on the recorder, go in the other side of the room, and then make the call so they can have, recording themselves. But it's great though. Keep calling, guys. Keep calling, letting us know that you're proud about your son, your daughter, your nephew, your cousin, your niece. And parents, I want to hear some of you give up some props to the teachers too, because again, we beat up on the teachers when
things
we
are
have
not
some,
going right.
Yeah, when we
But
have
when
some
things are-
challenges.
But when things are going right, we don't have that same
That's
amount
right.
of energy.
That's
you know?
right.
We're
Praise
talking
them
ab-
teachers,
talking
man.
about those teachers, you know?
Them the same one you just talked about, Courtney.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Michael Jordans in the classroom, but we don't hear about them. We don't hear about the effort that they're putting out there. And we see the result when you hear about teachers or schools having 100% passing, and it doesn't matter how low of a pass is pass because it takes a lot of effort and emphasis by those teachers.
Sam, a text just came and said, I would like to say big up to Ross Skills.
Ross Skills.
Ross Skills seems to be on the map.
Yeah, Ross Skills is a team that went to Miami.
Yeah.
I want to hear from Reds though. Reds, man, Carl. Reds probably had a basketball game or something. Virgin Gorda people love their basketball game. I don't know what it is about basketball in Virgin Gorda. But Reds, if somebody know Reds, give Reds a call. Tell Reds call the show and give us a rundown on the team, how many people went, what events they ran, so we could recognize those youths as well. You know what I mean? Because I think that's awesome. So Carl, let us know about those teachers. Let us know about the school. Robinson O'Neill is on the map, big time.
We got another call. Good evening. Good evening. You're on Speaking Mind. Go right ahead, please.
Speaking mind, Coach Wilson, Virgin Gorda.
All right.
Okay.
Talk to us.
So, I was told to call the show.
Who's this, Red?
This is Red, yes.
I hear you supposed to give us a rundown on this Roskill. I hear you got a team called Roskill that's doing big things in Miami. We only heard about Roskill when they came back. So tell us a little bit about the team, how many people you had that went, what medals they won, and what's the next step?
Well, basically, it was a team of 13 went in a Roskill in a club out of Virgin Gorda, a group with 26 kids. But we went to Miami with 13 kids, which are my older kids, range from under 18 to under 20.
Nice.
It was basically the first international meet of the club, which in the trip was basically for the experience and exposure. The plus side, we came back with 5 medals, 4 bronze and a gold.
Nice.
And they gained the much needed experience and exposure that we actually went to accomplish.
That's right. What was the name of the event, the relay event you went to?
The Northwest Classic Track Meet.
Okay. Okay. Nice. And these are all 20 and under, 18 and under?
18 and under. Actually, we had it under 15 also.
Yeah. And it's boys and girls, right?
Boys and girls.
So you think you have a 4x1 and a 4x2 potentially relay team that could come up against Jamaica or US sometime in the future?
Yeah, man. In the near future, we'll be right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's in making.
Well, Carla, you reminded me of my college years, and I'm here thinking that probably one of the next steps might be to get to the collegiate level.
Well, like I say, basically these kids are young. The club is only about 3 years old. And for what these kids are producing and all the facilities that we have,
That's right.
they're doing big things.
That's right.
And they are dedicated to what they're doing. And these kids, like I say, they learn from each other. They stick up for each other. We act as one because we're one family in Virgin Gorda. So,
Yeah.
So sometime in the
bigger
future,
and better they can get.
That's right.
so sometime in the future, you're going to invite some scouts and get them look at them.
For sure,
Yep.
sure. Next season, we are planning to, well, right now, we are planning to make at least 4 international meets next year
Okay.
for more exposure and a bigger level.
And you the coach, Red?
one coach. 26 kids, one coach.
One coach. But
Now you're doing
listen,
a terrific job.
listen, you gotta be careful feeding them too much yam. You know what happened with Bolt, right? When you start running too fast, them international bodies start looking at your diet. so you might need to have a disclaimer. This is what they eat.
We can go out for what we got, man. We can be straight.
That's right. Hey man, big yourself up, brother.
Yeah, let me just say, this Miami trip was fresh up, but I just want to thank the whole Virgin Gata committee who rallied around us.
Nice.
When we came back, we were greeted by the whole Virgin Gata committee.
Nice.
We had a grand motorcade. The trip felt well, and
The support.
one more thing, the sponsors, my sponsors are keen in this trip, and I just want to big up all my sponsors.
Okay.
Nice.
That was good.
Making it happen. Making it happen.
Yes, for sure.
That was good. Most of these efforts, Red, it takes a community to do them.
Yeah, man, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, any of them kids in school, how they doing in school? Because tonight we want to talk about them. We want to recognize them doing good in school. How they doing in school?
Well, I will tell you, this is third term now. The second term just went, and you have 3 terms. So all the kids in second term, basically grades went up from first term, which is a plus for us.
But
Nice.
Rez, while we're talking about that, you could make a plug for yourself. You could tell our viewers, our viewing audience out there that when the young people are involved in athletics and other activities, they always do very well in the academics.
Well, you feel like you say, where we on air, this club is not basically track and field alone, because we do everything that Foundation does. We have our own report sessions.
Okay.
We have everything. When somebody's falling short somewhere, the group or the family, we help one another.
Good.
It's a whole study program and everything, and that's something that we're planning to put on stream for next season also.
Nice.
Very, very
This is
good.
a whole something. This is not just track and field. This is a whole work.
How long the club been doing this thing?
This club is only 2.5 to 3 years old.
Awesome. Awesome. So you get them running up Gata, Peak Hill, and then cruising down, and then now you got them flying all over the place.
Well, basically, like I said, we don't have the facilities like that, but we using Mother Nature to get
Use what you got, brother.
We using everything what we have in Virgin Gata to get where we get it.
Use what you got. Hey, man, hey, big up yourself, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, man, thanks for sure.
Yeah, man,
All right.
anytime. And hopefully one of these days we're going to have a show where we bring the club. Next time you move off like that and you come back
Yeah,
with some
man.
medals, let me know so we can have some people on the show, man, because I want to start focusing on the youths, them, man.
Well, that's what it's about. The youth is the future, and that's what my goal is.
That's right. All right, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for
I
calling.
hope I ain't discover your basketball game, you know.
Nah, man. Just here keep chilling with the youth, you know.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man, bless.
Okay.
That's awesome. So we got the real lowdown, man.
Yeah.
Ross Skills did their thing in Miami. Big Man said it was one of the first international meets for them. And they did well, man. They came back with some medals, something to talk about.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep doing that thing.
Yeah, good evening. You're speaking mind. Go ahead, please.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Courtney. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. I live when I got turned into IU, but I didn't hear nobody mention about those children who from Barbados gone up to the technological place there by the college.
Yes.
I want to congratulate my son Jason for passing and all the other children.
Okay.
And all the teachers, I wish them all the best.
Okay.
Why you don't give me your son name?
Jason.
Jason.
I say his name.
And what your name is?
Janet.
And Janice, when I open this show, I tell you,
I met you the other day.
I ask you to call and big up the schools, big up your children, them, big up the areas. We can't mention them. We don't know all of them. You're supposed to do it for us.
Seriously? Yeah. I just get you on your mind. That's all.
You're supposed to tune in early. That's why you always miss my beautiful smile early. Tune in early next time. When you see me on the street again, give me a big hug. Okay? Congratulations to your son.
All right, thanks.
Big up. Big up.
Okay, have a good night.
You too.
Okay, you do.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the Tech VOC
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
That's
Keep
being-
it
that's
going.
being-
The kids
yeah.
them need the encouragement.
Yeah, good evening. You're speaking mind. Go ahead, please.
Good evening.
Yeah, this real here again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget a very important thing, The raw skills track family have actually 4 kids graduating on July 3rd with all grade 1.
There you go.
Pick them up, you know, you got Keanu George, Brian Gaskin, Ryan Joseph, and Cecil Arton.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, so just pick them up one time soon.
Yeah, man.
That's good. Good thing he called back for that, because that's a very important point you're missing there.
For sure.
And the same thing I was talking about earlier, I was saying that when the kids are involved in athletics and other activities like that, they usually do excellent in the academics.
Yeah, man. So, you know, that's 4 grade 1 go to the family, so you know on graduation day, the track club is going to be there in big numbers.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
come to rep.
Okay.
So you're going to come to Atola soon and tear up to Atola?
Well, we've been Tatola and developing meets, you know, slowly but surely we're putting our name on the market, you know, so you can act around.
That's
we
right.
coming. Slowly but surely we coming.
All right, brother.
All right, man, respect.
Okay.
Well, Courtney,
Yeah.
they asked us to take a little break,
Yeah. We're gonna
and we'll take a break and then we'll be right back.
Say hello to the Digicel DL700, our newest best value Android smartphone with a 4-inch display, front-facing camera, and a 5-megapixel rear camera. It's perfect for snapping and sharing. Plus, it's super fast, so you can do more, play more, and share more. And choose to download from over 1 million apps available in the Google Play Store. The Digicel DL700, the latest addition to the Digicel Android smartphone range. Make the smart choice. Be extraordinary. Digicel.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back with you with the Speak Your Mind show. We're having such a great time, and the calls are coming in. Continue to keep the calls coming. We're congratulating the students from the various schools, from Anegada to Josh Van Dyke, and the private schools, the public schools, all the students that have done well. We're here taking the calls from the well-wishers, the parents, you know, everybody, and also saying thank you to the various teachers as well. So that's where we're at this point, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be shy. You know, go ahead and send us a text and make the calls. I see I got a text here. Let's see what's coming in here. It says, my big up to Miss Kimberly George, a special teacher in Brigado Flags, and Mr. Hilroy George, the principal. That's in the Valley, Virgin Gorda again. That we got multiple calls tonight from Virgin Gorda, so we're hoping to touch all the sister islands as well. So it's very good to dialogue with everyone in the community, not just a few, but all. And like I was saying before, you know, we have a lot of Michael Jordans out there, Michael Jordans in the teaching arena. I'm talking about people who make a tremendous difference. And as I was talking with someone earlier today, some teachers stay in your life for your entire life. You know, they may be a teacher now, but the influence that person have on you may last a lifetime. Sometimes teachers are called for a variety of things. It's not just academics sometimes. Sometimes some people call a teacher and bounce something off of the teacher. So I personally, I could remember my primary school teachers who I have known all the time, and they've always been that kind of dedicated, professional, mentoring type of person to meet you. Every time they meet you, that they inquire how you're doing, what progress you've made, etc., etc. And we have so many teachers like that in our community. And this is a good time to say thank you and to tell them how much we appreciate what they do in the community. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to say something special about one of the students or one of the teachers, go right ahead. The numbers are up there, 300-1949 if you're going to call, and 300-1950 if you're going to text. And remember, if you call or text from a Digicel phone, the call or text is absolutely free while you're calling this show. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here, and we already had calls from a number of schools: Seventh-day Adventist, First Impression, Elmer Stout, Willard Wheatley, Josh Van Dyke. I have another text that came in. It says, big up KJ and Kalani for the big job they did. Very good. I think that must have been from Virgin as well, from the school in Virgin. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, other topical things that are happening are the Territory Day is coming up next weekend, so I'm pretty sure you'll hear much more about that. I also heard some debate about a territorial sport, and I think the Department of Youth Affairs is putting the information out there that we're going to be deciding on a territorial sport. So get involved, let your opinions be heard. Don't sit back and be an innocent bystander and say, oh, I didn't know that they were doing that. Get involved. If you like a sport, express your like or your dislike for a particular sport, and we'll see what sport ends up being a territorial sport. I heard someone already said they thought softball should be the territorial sport. So go. Let's put it to the test. There are a lot of youngsters out there playing soccer right now. So soccer might probably be a contender as well. And then there's some emerging sports that we haven't paid much attention to, especially the water sports. And maybe that might be an area that we might want to consider as well. Yes, I just want to say big up to Ross Skills and to a special athlete in the club, Ryan Joseph, who got a personal best of 23:47 seconds in the 200 meter. He was everyone's favorite, joker for the trip, and kept everyone laughing throughout it. There you go. That's Mr. Joseph, that's you own that, I guess. I would like to congratulate the graduating class of Cornerstone School on Virgin Gorda, and also the principal, Michelle Fergus, and staff for doing a great job. That's another school that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that is not a small school. That is a big school. Well, we have a lot of students, and one of the things we maybe should look at from time to time is the size of the school and the contribution of the school, because that's to me that's something that's important as well. If you have a large school and that large school has a lot of results, that is commendable, because it's a big school, and we have some big schools that are doing big things as well. So yeah, so we congratulate Cornerstone and also the other big schools that got a lot of passes. Big schools that come to mind right away, like Elmer Stout High School, the Altair Scatliff Primary School. These are schools that have large numbers. I think Elmer Stout now is somewhere around 1,400. So when you have these large schools, yes, you have some failures, but if you put up 100 people and you get 90, that is definitely commendable. And of course, one of the persons that were congratulating the students said something that resonated with me, and that is that the people that fail, don't give up. You know, don't give up. Not because you failed. Go and you know, regroup your thoughts and study harder and you know, and take it again. Take it again, and they say if you fail, if you fail, just, you know, try again. You'll succeed. So don't take the failure as as the end, but it's just a reminder that you have to work a little harder or do what you didn't do. You know, go the extra mile, and you'll get the same results, I'm pretty sure. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're saying congratulations to all the graduates. We're hoping them the best. You know, there's a number of graduation speeches I've heard already that says that graduation is the beginning of the end, or the end of the beginning. In other words, you're finishing one area and you're about to start another area. And for all graduates, of course, it is that same way. For some graduates, they're going to be leaving the school system and going into the work environment. And for some graduates, they're going to be leaving the high school system and going into the college system. And also for some of them, they may be going from the college system from a 2-year college to a 4-year college. So it's always a changing time. This is a changing time. And it's so rightfully so, because as you go from the spring season to the summer season, there's a major change in the whole environment. And you know, you see everything becomes new. And although some people don't like change, change is inevitable. And my advice to our viewers out there is to embrace change. You know, embrace change and go with the flow. Make the best of the situation. And for the young people out there, my advice to you is, with technology, take advantage of the opportunities that technology affords. Don't let technology use you. Don't be a slave to technology. Take technology to the next level. Make sure you make something of the technology that is available to you. When myself and other people like me were growing up, we didn't have the technology that you have today. So don't just take it for granted. You know, make the best that you can make from the technology that's available. Good evening. You have to speak your mind. Go right ahead, please.
Yes, good night.
Sorry?
Good night. Good night.
Oh, good night. Good night. Yes, good night. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I feel breaking up all the school. You know, I congratulate to all the kids, all the youth who graduated in all the schools. You know.
Yes, definitely.
As it comes at this time, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We have to be up even to the parents.
Yeah, and don't forget the teachers.
I will to the parents first, then I go to the teachers after.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but that's good that you're doing that, because you know, this is a time when we really need to enforce or reinforce that, you know, education is something that could propel our people to another level. And the more we instill that in the young people, I think the better chances we have of them making something useful of themselves.
And they still have a chance to, who feel still have a chance to go back and
exactly.
Do the test, and you know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so they have an next chance.
Yes. And then even if that doesn't thing, I know that there used to be the GED test that you could take at some point too, or there's night school that you could go to. There's a number of options, you know.
Yeah.
And
also the parents and who it is who aim put themselves to make sure the kids don't force with the kids. And if you put the time out, some of them will pass. But some of us don't take our time out, but we still want the children pass.
yeah.
You know, and I think if you didn't do what you're supposed to do as a parent, don't give it.
Right. Just just regroup and do better for next year.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay, but now I have something to come to you with.
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking to a young man last night, Kurt.
Okay.
have a domestic problem. And he want to say he could come and get on a show where he being unjust to the law as a man, which he feel that the law and the woman's side. And this guy is really frustrated, and he want to let the public know what he's going through.
Okay.
So I tell him you have to check you out, and because it's something that we just wait until when things happen and then say that you're gonna come and let us know.
Yeah.
And he said he speak to you. I don't know if you might know that person. Please come and speak to you about the situation where you're going through. Domestic, that's a wife. Because he was speaking to me last night and telling me, you know how some of us, when we meet a young lady for the first, they sit us up, they dial us up. You know, when they come from outside, come in and we meet them, they make the best, show. And then when we say how you do, then you see the real me and the real them come true.
Okay.
And this is what the partner dealing with where he said he built his house and this young lady seemed like she wanted to try him out, and he went to law, he went to everybody, no one in looking into it.
Okay.
And he wanted to come on a show and explain all his hurt, where someone needs to know what we're going through. And it is really terrible. I speak to him about all 2 o'clock, after 2 and so, where he say no one is storing him. And like election come around and he has this problem, then you will hear people want to come and tell us what's going on.
Okay.
But I tell him to check you out, that he could speak to you, because he said he speak to you already and you didn't give him a good word. Because it's a show like this, you need to come and let the public know what you're going through, you know what I mean? As you say, you don't want to get locked up and things like that. And he's really hurting.
Now you probably better at me with these kind of social issues, but you have to realize that a lot of these issues are very complex. They're not they're not as simple like how it sounds sometimes. Sometimes it's much more involved. Even the people at social development have problems with some of these issues.
Yeah, but you still want to hear what they're going through, because I see when we play blind eyes, and we have to do something out of the reach and the way. Then we will say that they should have come and let us know what's going on.
True.
You see a lot of people playing blind eye and blind air. That even we give up with the police and all with the situation, because he's saying that it feels like the law is for the woman.
But you have to be careful. We might remind our viewers out there, including him, that when you're in a marriage with someone, there's some rules that go along with the marriage, and once you're already in a marriage, that's the rule that you have already signed up for.
Yeah, but you still have to hear what the young man has to say. We can't play.
Well, one of the things I don't do, Carla, is once you have a situation and it's already in the court, I usually don't comment on it, right? Because
I mean, I only let you know that
because
the guy and here we have to say, then you could deal from this.
Yeah, but
I only let you know.
Yeah, but it's a fact though that we're getting more and more social problems, right? We're in a financial situation where things are not like how they were. Since 2007, the whole world has been in an economic downturn, and we've seen a number of social ills that we probably wouldn't have seen if we weren't in that situation. There's less money circulating, and when things like that happen with the economy, usually the infrastructure and the social situation usually takes the brunt of the problem firsthand. So that's a lot of what we're seeing, but I hear you loud and clear though that sometimes we have to do more listening.
Yeah, but this situation, what I tell you about is not about money. It's about protecting what the work for as I said,
Okay.
when he speak to me last night,
Yeah.
it is really hurting because he said he don't want to go up Balo.
Okay.
You understand? And this is something that seriously, when you have a person, as they say, come from somewhere else, and just see what they see, what they want, and it's hard to see the law give up, tell you you have a pen strength, and this person just come in and meet you with something and things like that. I mean, I only start telling you from because this guy definitely hot back.
Okay.
And someone need to listen to this young man because again, the young man is a hard working young guy, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay. You and I gonna get together.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're here with the Speak Your Mind show. We're getting close to the end of the show. We're going to, I'm going to take a text that came. Oh, I got a call. Good evening. You've reached Speak Your Mind. Go ahead, please. Hello.
I want to congratulate the class of students of the primary school.
Good job. Good job. Anybody in particular? Okay. Very good. That's for the Willard Whitley Primary School. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I can honestly say that this show was the young people show tonight. The responses that we got from the young people was phenomenal. We had a number of persons that called from the various schools. So we had some good dialogue with the young people tonight. And this is something I think we're going to continue with the other shows, where we're going to seek out the young people and you know, dialogue with them, you know, get them to use the show to put their point of view and their issues across. Because all aspects of our community need to have a voice, and we can't just name the show Speak Your Mind and not have the voice of what I call one of the largest sectors of the community silent, and that is the people, the young people, or the people in the age group from somewhere around 16 to 34. So that's the group that I think, and the much younger group than that as well, which is the primary, high school, and college age people who, in some instances, here not really as vocal as they should be, especially knowing that a lot of things are being decided for them in their favor, and they should have an opinion about what is being decided for them. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about graduation, we talked about focusing on the youths, we talked about the Ross Kills, the trip to Miami, and the medals that they were able to capture. We talked about Territory Day coming up and how that's going to be celebrated. I wanted to mention the solar energy initiative and to encourage people to, you know, to try to find out more about it. We're promoting the idea that we could have net metering in the territory where, you know, individuals will be able to produce electricity. It sounds a little far-fetched, but it's not that far-fetched. It's something that's happening right next door in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So somehow we're going to catch the drift. They've recently passed legislation in St. Thomas allowing persons to be able to make their own electricity and put it on the grid and have net metering. So we are right next door. I don't see any reason why we can't have the same here. It just takes a little bit of tweaking of our legislation. And I understand from the Minister of Communication and Works that he's working on it. So we're going to keep focused. I'm going to be bringing more information to the show to talk to all people from Anegada to Joshua and Dyke and let them know what is possible and how we will be able to move forward. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, if you're using a electric water heater right now, you can convert that to a solar water heater, and that would be a saving as well. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I must remind our viewers out there that any saving that you could make from the use of energy, you should go right ahead and implement that saving from now, because no amount of change that you do with the electronics or with the type of energy will prevent you from saving. So go ahead and try and get some saving as well. A number of initiatives to get savings. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have to thank all those people who made the show possible, and and made the calls and congratulated the teachers, the students, the schools, and made the show what it was tonight. So thank you, and as I usually say at this time, God bless these Virgin Islands and the people that live in them, and we'll see you again next week.